Welcome back to the Crochet Crowdsource, my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today is the Radiating Crochet Blanket, and this is a multi-point that grows from the center outward. Once you understand this pattern, how big that you want to make it is completely up to you. It's recommending Bernat Super Value Big Stripes. It's very much like a carrot and cake kind of format as far as changing the yarn colors on its own, and it looks really quite amazing. Gonna need a 5mm size H crochet hook in order to play today, and we're gonna get started at the very beginning, and I'm gonna take you to the point where you can then go as big as you need to go in order to be satisfied with this project. So without further ado, let's start in the beginning of this project. So let's begin. It says as a pattern note that the chain 3 at the beginning of a round counts as a double crochet, and we'll cover that when we get there. So let's start off with the slip knot first, and this is considered an easy level project, and it truly is as well. So we're going to begin and we're going to chain 4. So remember that the first one on the hook never counts as 1. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and insert the hook into the beginning chain and then yarning over, pulling it through. So now you have the center ring of your entire blanket here. So what we're going to do is start with round number 1, and let's continue. So let's begin round number 1. Unlike a typical star, this one actually has a larger interior before it actually starts to turning into a star format. So let's begin. We're gonna chain 3. So there is your first double crochet, because we already established that chain 3 at the beginning of the round is a double crochet. So we're gonna add 13 more double crochets into the center of this ring. So with the 13 plus this one gives you a total count of 14. So what you just need to do is that start and double crochet and say this is number 2. Okay, so consider that chain 3 number 1. So this is number 2, 3 and 4, and go all the way to 14 and meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm now currently at number 10. You may run out of middle space here. No big deal, because you're in the ring you can just pull it and it will shift more space. So this will be 11, 12, 13 and 14. So 14 is the final. Now before I join it, I want you to verify that you do have 14. So count each one of the posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So as soon as you verify that, just join it to the top of the first double crochet and just slip stitch over and over, and there is your beginning. So what we're going to do now is move up to round number 2. So round number 2, we're going to start off and we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. In the same one that you have the join, place another double crochet. So here's the trick to number 2. Each one of these posts are each gonna have 2 double crochets in them. So you just go 1 and then 2 into the same one. And what I want you to do is every one around put 2 double crochets in and meet me at the end of this round. So now coming all the way around, I've actually just finished. This one looks like it's a stitch, but it's not. So what you have is that this one is leaning towards here, therefore it's part of that stitch. If you're not sure, you should be able to count a total of 28 stitches going all the way around, but you could just easily count by groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3 and etc. So you should have 14 groups of 2 or 28 double crochets. Once you know that, just slip stitch to the beginning, top of the first chain 3 and bring it to a conclusion. Let's move on now to round number 3. In round number 3, we're now going to start making the points. So let's begin. Let's take it nice and slowly. So we're going to start off and we're gonna chain 3. Now in the same one as the join, I need you to put in 4 more double crochets. So with the chaining of 3 and the 4, that gives you a total of 5 double crochets, and I want you to remember that number, number 5. So once you get that done, just count it out. So there's your chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now what we have to do is that we're going to create some, this is actually one of the points, you just can't see it yet. So what you have here is double crochet 3 together over the next, then using the next 3. So the next 3 we're gonna put it together as one stitch. So wrapping the hook, go into the next stitch and insert in, pull through 2 and hold it. Do the same with the next one. So wrap into the next one, pull through 2 and hold it. And finally do the third one in, pull through 2 and hold it. Now those 3 are what you just need. Those are the 3 double crochet together, and this one here is the starting one. So you have a total of 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all of your loops. Now the next one that you have here is going to be 5 double crochets into the same one. So here is another point that you're making. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Whoops, I gotta redo my 5th one. So you got your 5 in there. So then what are you gonna do? So it's a repeat pattern. So the next 3 are gonna be together. So wrapping, going into the next one, pull through 2 and hold it, wrap the next one, pull through 2 and hold it, and wrap, going in, pull through 2 and hold it. And now you have 4 loops back on your hook, pull through them all, and then 5 double crochet in the next one. So what I want you to do is repeat this patterning going all the way around, and we are now establishing the points and the spaces in between, or the indentations in between. It's just not so obvious yet, but you can put trust in me at this point. It's happening. So let's continue all the way around. I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm coming all the way around, and I'm going to put the last 3 together, and then I'm done this round. This is number 3. Pull through and then just slip stitch it to the top of the first chain 3, and that brings the conclusion. Can you tell how many points there are on this? Let me just back up the camera a little bit. Maybe you can tell. How many points will there be? So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we can tell at this point, because I can tell in the photo, that this is going to be a 7-point star configuration. So let's begin round number 4. So right where we are, we need to move over 1 more stitch. So we need to go over and slip stitch. Just 1 over, and then just yarn over and through and through. So now we're sitting technically on the second one of the grouping of 5 that we have. So let's begin. We're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and it says to put in 2 double crochets as the same in the same stitch as the slip stitch. So let's just put in 2 more of those. So we have 1 and 2. So with the chaining of 3 and those 2, there's 3 into the same stitch. So now that the 3 are in there, the next one is going to be a popcorn. How we do a popcorn is that we're going to double crochet 5 times in the same stitch. So let's count those out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now this is considered a right side popcorn. It doesn't say right side, but it is. So you're just, and I'm just being technical. So you're just gonna take this off, and you're gonna go to the first one of the group of 5 and go from the front to the back on the first one of the grouping of 5. Put the loop back on and pull it through. And now it says in the next stitch put in 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. So when we look at it, we had 3 that we started, we have a popcorn, and then we have 3 on the other side of the popcorn. So what we're going to do now is that the next 3 in a row will each be together. So we're going to put 3 together. So just wrap the hook first, grab the next stitch, pull through, and do the next one, and then the next one, and then you have your 3 on there like you did before. So there should be a total of 4 loops, and pull through. So let's begin again. So you can see that you're on the second one of the grouping of 5. So in that one there's gonna be 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the next one is the middle one of the grouping of 5, and that's gonna be a popcorn. So we have to put 5 double crochets first. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once you get your 5, drop it, go to the first one of the grouping of 5, go from the front to the back, put it back on, pull it through, and the next stitch right after the popcorn is 3 double crochets. So we have 1, 2 and 3. And now to go to the next point here, the next 3 in a row will be together. So just put those together. And then the next one after that, so we're in this grouping of 5, it's the second one in, and it's gonna be 3 double crochets first. Okay, the next one is the middle one of the grouping of 5, and that's gonna be a popcorn. So you gotta put in 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release it, go to the first one in the grouping of 5, put it back on, and then 3 double crochets on the other side. So continue that same idea going all the way around, and you're creating the really neat look, and it's awesome. So you're gonna have 3 together, which will be the next 3, and then there'll be 3 in the next one, popcorn, 3 in the next one, and then 3 together, and so on. So you're looking like you're really awesome at this moment. So please do that and meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm coming up all the way back around, and I'm just finishing up this last section. So there's 3 double crochets right after the last popcorn there, and then finally the last 3 stitches come together for 3 double crochet together, and then that's it. So bring that together and then just join it to the top. So remember what we talked about is that we had 7 of these spokes, and when you look at it from this perspective there should be a total of 7 popcorns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good to go. Let's move on now to round number 5. Now round number 5 now becomes how we're gonna be doing it for the remaining of the growth of this thing. So you just gotta watch it. So right when we finish, we're always in the wrong location when we go to start. So what we need to do is that we always need to move over and shift over 1. So just go over 1 and slip stitch, and this is where you're going to begin. Now because this is round number 5, you're gonna chain 3, which counts as your first double crochet, and then the next stitch that you'll have is right before the popcorn. It's the one right before. You're going to apply your 3 double crochets like you did before. So 1, 2, and 3. So what is different about this round versus the round before? Well, before we started off and we put 3 into the same one. This time there's 1 standing by itself and then 3. So what do you think is gonna happen on number 6? There's gonna be 2 in a row by itself, and then number 7 there's gonna be 3 in a row by itself, and etc. So in the top of the popcorn that already is there, what we're going to do is add another popcorn in there. So there's gonna be 5 double crochets in the same ones. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just drop it and go to the first one of the 5, grab it, and now the stitch right after it is going to have 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. And now because we're getting bigger, the next one is 1 by itself, just like you see, and then the next 3 in a row are together. So we're just gonna put the next 3 together, double crochet 3 together. Okay, so let's start another side. So the next one is 1 double crochet by itself. Let's try that again. So 1 by itself, and then the 1 is just before the popcorn, so there's gonna be 3 double crochets in that one. So 1, 2, 3. The next one is a popcorn, so we're just gonna maintain it. So we're gonna put 5 more in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop it, go to the first one of 5, pull through, and then the next one right after is gonna be 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. And because we're getting bigger, the next one is 1 double crochet by itself, and then finally the next 3 are together. So if you can always kind of look, see how this one is there, so you can see that that one plus the one before and after will always come together. So there'll be 3 together, double crochet. Okay, so let me just talk out the next one. So it's gonna be 1 by itself, 3 into the next, you got your popcorn, 3 into the next, 1 by itself, and then 3 together. Please do that remaining all the way for number 5. So eventually you'll come back all the way around, and I've just done 1 by itself and the final 3 become together to complete off round number 5. And then just join it. So they put round number 6 and 7 on the pattern. You can notice that there's really no points happening. As this thing gets bigger, the points start to form, but at this point it's not ready yet. It's not enough stitches in there to cause that to happen. So let's move on now to round number 6. you were going to slip stitch over one. I promised you we had to do that. We have to do it every time. So you're going to chain 3. So there's your first double crochet. The next double crochet is also by itself. So instead of 1 by itself, it's now going to be 2. So then round number 7 it's going to be 3, and round number 8 it'll be 4, and etc. The one before the popcorn still gets 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then the popcorn keeps being a popcorn all the way through to the end. So there's gonna be 5 in there. So this is number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop it, go to the first one, pick it, and now go to the one right after the popcorn. It's still gonna be 3 into the same one. And so this time it's gonna be 2 double crochets by itself. So 1 and 2. Okay, so the middle one that you can see here plus the one before and after becomes together. So you're gonna put the next 3 together. And then what you're going to do then at this point is that you're gonna come up the other side and just simply just put 2 double crochets by itself, put 3 double crochets in the next one, popcorn, 3 double crochets, 2 by itself, and then the next 3 together to take you to the next point. Please do that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of round number 6. So I'm coming up all the way around to number 6, on number 6, and I'm gonna put the last 3 together, and then we're gonna start up number 7. So at this point you should understand how things are growing, so just attach it to the first one. So let's just recap for going number 7, because the rest of the rounds are exactly the same. It just keeps getting bigger as the points grow further apart from each other. So slip stitch to the first one. So that because this is number 7, and just gotta remember where you are, is that you're gonna chain 3, and now the next 2 in a row are by themselves. So these get more and more as you go, and then right before the popcorn is gonna be 3 double crochets as you know it. So we're just adding more stitches in between the points. Now in the popcorn you're gonna place another popcorn, so we're gonna continue that up right to the outside edge of this. So there's 5 double crochets there that make up a popcorn. Okay, drop. Now on the other side of the popcorn, like as always, there's gonna be 3 double crochets. If you figured out why there's 3 double crochets after a popcorn, well, this is where it's growing. This is where you're gaining 1 extra stitch for when you're able to move, and then you're adding an extra one. This is where it's happening. So the next 3 in a row, because you've gotten bigger, is by themselves. And if you're ever lost at all, just look for that middle one right here, and the one before it and the one after. Those are the ones, those are the 3 that come together. So if you can look for that, it makes it a lot easier, and you don't have to count as much either. So then it's 3 going back up the other side. So you're seeing that the point is starting to develop a little bit more. See how this is kinda getting sucked in a little bit further. So as you get out more, this gets sucked in even further and the point gets pushed out. So this is the one right before the popcorn, so it's gonna be 3 double crochet. Okay, and then there's a popcorn sitting on top of the other popcorn. Okay, drop it. Okay, and then there's 3 double crochets after the popcorn. And then you come down the side there. So this time it's 3 in a row, but you can look for where this is as well and make that determination of when you should stop. So the next 3 in a row are together, and this is gonna make that suck in even more. And then you go up the other side. So 3 in a row, then 3 in the next, popcorn, 3 in the next, 3 in a row, and then 3 together, and etc. Please do that all the way around, and this will become the conclusion of today's tutorial, because all you have to do is that you just have to keep on getting bigger. It says to go to 30 inches, but you can stop as big as you need to go, and you'll see that the colors will change on its own if you're using a self-striping yarn, and I think it's really awesome. There is a tutorial on how to do tassels here on the Crochet Crowd Learning channel, as well as Yarn Inspirations, and this is as good as it's gonna get today, and this is an awesome day. So that's it for today. Have a great day. We hope to see you again real soon right here on the Crochet Crowd and Yarn Inspirations. Bye bye.